Katiekins with me,
Hi.
and there's really no point to the video other than I'm playing Doom 2016 for about the millionth time, but this time I got Katiekins with me. We're just gonna kind of do some random banter, talk about the game, talk about anything really that
Pretty
comes up.
much.
So we'll just get started.
Okay.
They are rage, brutal.
Yeah, I know I've been on a real Doom kick, but then again, I'm always on a Doom kick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you wanted to play the first one so bad that you hooked up the 360 and you haven't had that thing hooked up in years.
Yeah, it was years. You might get some audio issues here, hearing us.
And then
Looks
also, Kittens playing with Jingle Toy.
Yes, we got a kitten, which I think you guys might have heard me yelling at in my Spyro stream. This is fucking Doom. It's gonna.
So those guys are they considered the imps for this game?
No, they're more so the possessed.
Possessed,
yeah,
soldiers? Or
yeah,
just,
like soldiers and civilians working on. It's so fast. I'm trying to remember. I think this is the charge. Saying that I can charge it.
I mean, do you have to wait for like a prompt or a tutorial?
Yeah, I felt like there's a sound to it or something. I don't know. Maybe I just gotta kind of go through this. There is a very light tutorial in the game, but yeah, really not much. Which is the way that it should be, you know? We'll be yelling at cats throughout this stream as well. Cats will be fighting and yeah.
I kind of liked watching, or the fact that they did the, like the flashback type of memories with what's going on with certain areas.
Cats are fighting. It's getting pretty brutal out there. I'll put you in the room. Stop. He's going around and he's going to try and get her. Stop. Hey. All right, you know what? I'm going to let him cool down.
All right. Turn on a light for him. Gotta put him in timeout because he's getting a little too kooky crazy with the older cats.
All right. Anyways, what were you saying? The flashback?
Like where you've got pretty much just like the blue see-through models of everything, like the sarcophagus, just kind of showing you flashbacks of what happened previously, so you can kind of, you know, get to know what's going on with the story.
So in order to kind of understand that little messed up cutscene there, you got to just kind of play the game and then play it again to get it. This is the Praetor suit. It never had a name until this game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Praetor, short for Praetorian, is like, I think like soldier, pretty much.
Okay.
I had to look that up. Our phones are charging right now, so we can't.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Rezak settler is brought
So yeah, the
back
first thing
online.
that he's looking at is just like, alright, what the hell's going on here, and what do I have to kill, and
Welcome. I'm Dr.
then you hear this
Samuel
asshole talking to
Fagan
you.
at this facility.
I can't remember. That's supposed to be the guy that does Megatron, right? Or is that
I think it's
Prime?
Optimus Prime.
Okay.
And he doesn't even want to hear his shit. He's like, whatever, you know. And now that was put in on purpose because it's like Doom doesn't need a storyline, as John Carmack said. Storyline in a video game, it can happen, but it's not necessary. Just like what did he say? It's like a porno. Yeah, there could be storyline in there, but it's not. It's not necessary.
That's not the reason why you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be getting a lot of these prompts because I started a new game. I'm sure I could turn them off, but... Oh, okay, so there's the charge. He's pretty much, when you see that blue circle, all the way through, that's when you shoot and it's at its maximum.
Okay.
And since this isn't a pistol-only run like I did before, if you want to see that, I got a series of like 4 videos. Check it out. I can shameless plug. It's my channel.
It's your channel. You can do what you want.
You see, I'm noticing some screen cutting.
I'm gonna say it's your. What is it? How is that Simpson line go? It's your sugar, Bart.
Yeah. Okay, Bart. It's your sugar.
There you go.
So the game definitely has got as the combat and everything goes. There is exploration and everything, but it's pretty much go into a room and kill stuff, and then the room is secured and move on to the next room. You know, it's not rocket science. I actually just tried to reload there. In this game, you do not have to reload, but I think it's just kind of a reflex that gamers have today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably be pressing that button a lot, even though I don't need to. I don't even know what the hell the reload button, the quote-unquote reload. The reload button would be square or X if you play Xbox. But yeah, pretty much hit this here, and then that's when hell literally breaks loose. And let's hope I'm kind of on my game.
Those are the imps.
Those are the imps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm already hurt.
You get health back for doing that, right?
For doing the glory kills, you will get health back. I gotta be a bit more careful.
God, they move around so quick.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily enough, so do you. Again, I tried to reload. Like, they're up in areas that I can get to, but I don't feel like it. I'm also playing this on Ultra Violence too, so there I go.
Ooh.
I thought I was further back.
Huh.
Apparently I wasn't.
Demonic presence at unsafe level.
Zerg the Shy Dragon. I'm still making a Christmas campaign for Doom? How are you going to do that? So I already died on the first fucking fight.
No.
I need to just kind of get back in the swing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially playing Doom 3 isn't helping because it's a hell of a lot slower.
Yeah.
I am noticing that screen cutting a lot more though, man. So there's your introduction to the imp. He yells at you and then like you kill him and that's your introduction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't really expect too much more than that. I need to be careful. And take these chumps out easy. I should honestly just leave them alone and go straight for the gore nest because it would actually help me a bit more to have easy kills so I can get some health back, because when you do the glory kills on them, you get a little health back.
That's right.
And the shotgun will take care of business at close range. Probably better than any Doom game I've ever played before. I should really be switching to my pistol when they're up on the ledges and shit.
Uh-huh.
And there is a radial dial too. Which, thank God for that. I feel that any console game should have a radial dial for weapon select.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's I don't want. Well, yeah, that's the best way to do it. To get to your weapons as quick as you want instead of
Right.
having to just
Right, if you're not
click
playing
buttons.
PC, then that's definitely the way to go.
Well, it's kind of nice about the extra, like the, what is it? Because there's shoulder buttons on here, so there's like 4 of them, is you can kind of have shortcuts to where you can have like another menu open up for something. It's kind of like when we were playing 14.
Right.
I did like that option.
Alright, and that clears it out. And that's pretty much how the whole entire game plays. Is just go into a room, activate the thing, and then you piss shit off, and then there you go.
What's nice though is because I've been watching you play 3, like how open it is compared to that game. But that game is kind of done in different, like you told me, just like cramped horror type of situation. But this is more open to where it's a bit more gives you more freedom as to how you want to go about killing them all.
Right. Yeah. You can. I think it's a lot more fun. It brings up a lot of
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horror.
a lot more options for you to have fun. And also in Doom 3, there isn't a radial dial on the console version. And that is a major setback. I mean, like, Doom 1 and Doom 2 aren't like that either, but you only need so many choice weapons to use in that game. Mainly the shotgun and super shotgun. And there you go, the beginning of Doom. I just don't know how it sounds right now as far as the audio goes. Zerg, can you hear us okay? Or actually, that's Jason. Jason, can you hear us all right? And now we're just out on the surface of Mars. And this is actually a nice thing, because in Doom 3, if you're spacewalking, you got a little... all right, thank you, Jason. You get a little oxygen thingy, and you can only be out for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass, because you kind of want to explore out there, you know what I'm saying? And with that whole oxygen mechanic in Doom 3, it's not fun. It's not fun to me. I don't know. Can I double jump in this game? No, not yet, but you can. You can double jump, but not yet. It's one of the very few abilities you get in the game.
Can you grab ledges right away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do all that shit. Pretty much, you see the dummy markers. Hey, idiot, you can go this way, you know? Because, you know, them gamers today. The game does have lore, too, which I think is nice. So if you do want to stop the action and just kind of play to play, whatever, you can't, you know, like, you can just check out the lore. Which even I, myself, still haven't checked out all of it.
I feel like when I watched you play this one of the other times, you were reading more so the bios, what they had for the, like, the demons and stuff.
Right. See, if I jumped right there, I could have actually gotten that armor. But I fucked that up. But yeah, this is pretty much the game right here. And I can't wait for Doom Eternal, man. Oh my god, I'm fucking hurting over here. I kind of forgot that I was playing on Ultra Violence. Nightmare's obviously even worse. There's like so much shit being shot at me right now.
I know, I can see that. Sheesh.
I know, and I just healed up too. Here we go. A little breather. Grab some of that armor. That'll help. That'll help negate the pain. Because in Doom 2016, you're supposed to be the one that brings the pain, you know? You're the threat. And that's what I like about it. I felt him beating the shit out of me, but I was so preoccupied with other stuff. I don't know if I should be able to get that. There we go.
So when it comes to armor, is it the, like, let's say if you get hit, is it the same amount of, like, what you'd lose for health, or is it a little bit more protective?
Yeah, it lessens the damage a little bit.
Okay.
So what do you think of the violence? Do you think that this is the most violent video game you've ever seen in your life, or, you know? Like, what game would come to mind when it comes to violence?
Alright, let me see here.
I'm gonna scout for some help while you think.
Okay.
Okay, let me rephrase it. As a kid, and I pretty much mean, like, literally as a kid, have you ever played any type of game that was violent?
No.
Like, not even Mortal Kombat?
No.
Did you guys, like, because didn't you guys play Street Fighter when you were younger?
Yeah, kind of.
Didn't your brother own it or something?
Yeah. I mean, the most that I remember seeing is, like, I mean, when you beat the other person, their picture's all beat up. They have, like,
right, yeah, they're a little bruised, yeah.
But no, like, we never really played Mortal Kombat. I remember, I think the first time I ever officially played Mortal Kombat was, like, in an arcade at the mall, and I was, like, a teenager.
Well, what'd you think of it?
That was something, especially when you die and your character, if you don't put in quarters for your character, they just get killed by spikes when they fall down.
Oh, okay. You know, I didn't actually even remember that because...
That's their incentive of just, like, pretty much being just like, hey, put in a quarter. Oh, okay, you're going to just fall down this pit and get killed by spikes.
Right. Right, like the ultimate insult. Like, not only did you lose, but now you're going to die.
Because I'm trying to think of, like, more so some horror games and stuff.
Okay, like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because that's more so kind of what I played was just the horror game aspect when it came to, like, any type of violence.
Violence, right.
But it was more so, like, disturbing images. But I know Silent Hill's got some disturbing images to it.
Silent Hill, man, I'll tell you, Silent Hill, not trying to hijack what you're saying,
yeah.
But, man, that game fucking scared the shit out of me. The first one.
Yeah, first one is... Yeah, first one's creepy. I didn't actually play that on the when it came out for PS1. We didn't have a PlayStation. We had I got it for PlayStation, like on my PlayStation 2. Like I played it on.
I see. So you had the Silent Hill 1 disc, but you played it on a PS2.
I remember when I was kind of in my little horror game kick. I remember buying it off of.
Well, what was the first horror game that you played? Like, what got you? Because you say horror game kick, so which is the game that sparked off that kick?
The first one that I saw was it was Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
My
game.
Yeah, my cousin owned it. He actually this is around Christmas when we went over to like Wisconsin the one year. And he actually had a GameCube that had the little TV on it.
Okay.
And he had 0, and he had Remake. And the first horror game that I ever watched him play was 0. So it's pretty much like the whole train part.
Right.
And that got me really interested. And then I remember he wanted to show us the Remake, which was obviously the stronger of the two.
Right.
And I remember pretty much. Once we got back home, I'm trying to remember how old I was, because when did those games come out? Was it early 2000?
Yeah, definitely.
So, gosh, how old was I? I was like 13, 14, 15. I remember asking my mom to get me those games, and she was hesitant at first, but since, I was a very responsible young girl and all that.
Okay.
Well, it's funny, she didn't actually confirm with me that she was going to get it for me. She just brought it home for me.
So it was a surprise.
It was a surprise. And she actually got me, I know she got me 0. I'm trying to remember if she got me the first one too, but yeah, like I started playing that series with 0.
Gotcha.
And then I want to say that I got Remaster, and then I bought 2 and 3. I loved 2. 3 I couldn't get into.
And you got 2 and 3 off of the GameCube, which a lot of people don't know that those games were actually re-released. Not remastered, but re-released onto the GameCube.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and then I got Code Veronica as well. Mm-hmm. And I remember liking Code Veronica I played that game so much to where, because that game has the 2 discs to it. I mean, pretty much all of them I think have that except for like 2 and 3. But,
right. Okay.
So where I played the first disc all the way through without saving it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
But you have to be careful because I actually I died once once I got all the way through it. I died once at the end because you have to kind of do like a... I can't remember if he's a tyrant, but he's on that plane.
Yeah, that part I cannot stand.
Yeah, so I did die. I remember getting really upset at that, but when I played it through the second time when my goal was to finish playing it without saving, I did do it. And what's nice is the game, you technically get one save to where you can do it straight through, and that's where you finish.
Well, what do you mean you
disc.
Get one save?
When you beat the first disc, it saves the data for you.
Oh, okay. So you why did you make that challenge for yourself?
I don't know. I can't remember why that was. I wanted to see if I could do it.
Because that's pretty fucking hardcore, man.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it.
Because getting to that tyrant fight and then just being like, I'm not going to save, that's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think I ever did that.
I got pretty good with the puzzle. See, what's sad is if I was to go back and do that game now, like, I don't even think I would...
Get your ass kicked?
I'd get my ass kicked, yeah. But I got the puzzles down pat. The one part with Claire, and you're going through... it's not really the puzzles, but like the room that's like shut off. That Alex like pretty much makes you go through.
Yeah.
I did that.
That little endurance trial. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, endurance trial. So I was able to do that and stuff. I remember the one part in the game that, besides the tyrant plane fight, that was intimidating was the end when you're fighting. What's her name? Is it Alexa?
Alexia, yeah.
Alexia. When she, I actually really like that cutscene where she's coming down the stairs and she's just like on fire and stuff. And Wesker's like, oh shit.
Yeah, when you scare Wesker, you know you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I really did like that cutscene too. Because Wesker really does try to, just fucking own her ass. And then it's like, nope, not at all, son.
Mm-hmm. And that's like the first game where Wesker's got glowy red eyes.
Yeah, when you see that he's definitely hyped out with fucking the T virus or whatever the hell.
It's like in his system, but it's not necessarily dormant, it's just like enhanced.
No, yeah, he was the only one out of so many that was able to actually take it unto favorable conditions. Right.
Let's see. But yeah, so Resident Evil 0 was my first horror game, but then that kind of opened up the floodgates to more games like that. I remember buying Silent Hill off of Amazon. I bought like a memory card and everything for it too. And that pretty much got me to want to play 2, 3, and 4. And I actually like 4. I mean, the gameplay...
Well, you actually like 4? I mean, a lot of people actually like 4.
Yeah, I like because the story is really good to it. It's the gameplay is kind of repetitive and it's kind of
for
stiff.
Resident Evil 4?
No, Silent Hill.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. Sorry, I heard something else. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the story in 4. It's just the gameplay is pretty stiff.
This in Silent Hill 4?
Yeah. Silent Hill 4.
4.
The room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Man. Yeah. The furthest I went was Silent Hill 3. I think I rented it or something, and I played it up until the point. Spoiler alert here. Spoiler alert. You find out that Harry Mason is dead. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, get the fuck out of here, man. Really, seriously? Like, you're just gonna straight up kill off the main protagonist of the first game just like that? Mm-hmm. And I remember I was pretty butthurt about that.
I know that was upsetting to me, but I kept wanting to play it, though. A lot of people like 2 because of the kind of the what the fuck moments in that.
Yeah, 2 I was fine with. But yeah, when it came to 3 and then that moment came, I stopped playing Silent Hill games altogether. And I'm a little glad that I did, because what you're saying, that the stiff mechanics and everything, that just seemed to be a thing that stuck with the series. It just kind of stuck with the series.
I like the, because what was it, I know that you tried playing, what was it, Downpour or something like that.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't good, but, the one that I got for 360, I think it was Homecoming. I like the story for that. The boss fights in there are really memorable too, but the whole, because the character, pretty much he has a military background, so he can actually fight.
Right.
It kind of takes away from the whole fear aspect of, like, Silent Hill is. I mean, like, you could fight back, but you were at a disadvantage most of the time. As in Homecoming, like, you could, like, once you got to know the patterns of the monsters, there was really no threat. The only time that it was intimidating was honestly the boss battles, and those are really good. But I actually like the concept and the story behind Homecoming once you get farther into it.
Okay. Oh my god. I don't know where this guy's at.
Going back to Resident Evil, though, like Zero, and yeah, Zero was difficult, especially as you get closer to the end.
From what I understand, Zero is, and I mean, when I say from what I understand, but I mean, like, obviously I played it, I've streamed it, I played it on different difficulties, including hard, on this channel.
Yeah, which I've never done.
But I never knew that people regarded Resident Evil 0 as the hardest Resident Evil. It makes sense now, like in hindsight, it definitely does make sense, because all the Resident Evil games that I played, and I played pretty much all of them, and all on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, I would say that 0 is easily the hardest.
Because whenever I have the urge to, like, I guess relive that game, I'll play the train, I'll play through the first mansion, but once you get to the point to where you open up that portrait and go downstairs with the monkeys, that's normally I'm good.
And they're also pretty much known as the worst enemies in Resident Evil.
Those things suck. It's pretty much what I'll do is once I get to that part, I can just replay the rest of the game in my head. And
they have very odd hitboxes. They're highly aggressive. They're definitely a fucking cancer when it comes to video games. They should most certainly be, like, on a top 10 fucking worst enemies of all time list.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That'd be fun to discuss.
Yeah. What do you think? All right. Well, why don't you bring up a list on your phone, and let's think of the top 10. But we got to think like normal enemies.
Normal.
Yeah. Like not bosses or anything.
Yeah, like normal.
Right.
And we're talking worst as in like annoying.
However they want to do it, but it can't be bosses. That's the only stipulation that I have. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what are some very fucking shitty enemies.
Well, I can actually name one right off the bat.
Okay, what do you got?
I have Silent Hill on the brain. In Silent Hill 4 The Room, there's an enemy. There's actually it's the same type of enemy, but it actually it changes. But they're pretty much ghosts. They're enemies that will come out of the walls and just follow you around. You can't kill them or do anything. I think you might be able to stun them.
Okay.
But they're annoying as hell.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's supposed to add to, I guess, the horror element of it. Mm-hmm. But it is one of those things where it'd be just like, oh, great, now I have to avoid these guys.
Right.
So I saw it more so as the fact that it's going to add me running around a room or having to avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
And because I can't kill them.
Yeah, I was thinking too, like, since we're talking about horror genre video games and stuff, I was thinking of the fucking androids from Alien Isolation.
Man,
they're terrible. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can get around them and kind of be careful and shit like that. But Man, there's just sometimes when at least it just feels like you don't have a choice, and fucking you got to go up against them, and God, it's so scary because they're such a damage sponge, and it just I don't think the game is trying to promote fighting them, but I don't know, just in some situations I felt that I had to, and it's just like the fucking worst, man. It really is.
Let's see here. Well, I found a list of top 10, but I think it's more so just like they say it's the suckiest top 10, but it's more so just like they're like baby enemies, like Goombas and
oh yeah, no,
and Kremlings and
yeah, that doesn't count.
So it'd be more so maybe what, like annoying maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I would see the fucking androids as annoying for sure. But I kind of seen them as scary as all as fuck, too. You doing it? Okay, there we go.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing here, because some of these are from games like we've never even played, like Minecraft and stuff. So I think it might just have to be like a... Unless I can find another one, it might just have to be us coming up with our own stuff.
Alright. Well, there's the first level. I missed a lot of secrets and shit like that. I wasn't really looking, though.
No.
But let me BRB real quick, and we'll get back to it. Why don't you read that list off anyways, that one that you found?
Alright. Buttons. Alright, let's see this thing. Yes.
Find the list?
I did. I found another one. 10 annoying enemies that almost ruined great video games.
Annoying, okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to know a few of these, but... You've never played Morrowind, right?
I have, a little bit.
You have?
I have played a little Morrowind.
Number 10 says Cliff Racers. You know what those are?
No, I don't. I got a story about that game, but I won't get into it. It involves that game, me, Target, and a computer.
They pretty much look like bird pterodactyl things.
Okay. Well, really any flying enemy, I guess if we want to touch on this whole aspect, they're definitely annoying. Like, I can think of an annoying flying enemy from video games. The Harpies from Castlevania, they're pretty fucking annoying. I can't stand them, and especially the Harpies that have the flea men that they drop down on you.
Those are the guys that jump, right?
Yeah. The hunchback dudes. Yeah, so like that. Take one annoying enemy paired with another one that just like drops them down. That's pretty terrible.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics
Yeah,
on
it
the
says
previous
9
suit,
rocks from
it appears
Borderlands,
that I
which
can
I'm not
activate
familiar with
optional
at all.
challenges
Let me see
that when
the
completed
picture.
will assist in upgrading
Okay, so it's another flying
Another flying
enemy.
enemy.
So is this whole list just going to be nothing but flying enemies?
I mean, 2 out of 10 so far. Yep, Zubat. That's a flying enemy from Pokemon. And that's probably more so annoying because of, you always seem to hit them when you're going through, I can't remember the name of the cave, and one of the first caves when you're going through that game. There's a lot of Zubats in there, but then also they have a move, I believe, that can, I can't remember if it confuses your Pokemon, but...
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's 3 out of 10. And that's a Dark Souls 2 enemy. I never played... I mean, I think I tried playing the first one, but... I know I didn't get far in that game.
Right. Alright, what do you got next?
Because these are Hammer Drake Keepers. So they're not flying, they're just like a big soldier thing. Creepers Minecraft. Those are the things that look like green penises.
Green penises.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Okay, Marlboro.
Yeah, he's pretty bad because
number 5.
he'll throw them status ailments out on you. How the hell do you crouch in this game? Okay, I see. Yeah, Malbros are definitely bad. They got status ailments that they can hit you with. Most notably, obvious, it's bad breath. So Marlboro, cigarette breath, bad breath.
Yep.
That's where it all stemmed from. And yeah, they'll hit you with that in pretty much unless you have something equipped onto your characters to combat that, they'll pretty much hit you with every single fucking thing that is available to mess you up with in the whole status deal.
Uh-huh.
A good way to combat that in a lot of Final Fantasy games, here's a little player tip. Equip a ribbon. Usually ribbons in Final Fantasy games, they are kind of tougher to come across, but they also block all status ailments. So it's a very, very OP accessory to equip.
Gotcha. You know, the one thing I just thought about is because of, like, how they look. I know they're more so, like, big mouth tentacle monster things.
Yeah.
You ever seen what, because what is it? Chewing tobacco or, like, what is it? I can't remember what it is where it comes out of the pouch.
Yeah.
Is it, like, shredded tobacco?
Out of the pouch?
Yeah.
Out of a pouch, it would be, that would just be straight up fucking, tobacco.
Okay.
My sisters and
I'm trying to remember if it's like shredded looking, because it's like I thought.
Yeah, if it's shredded, that's usually just like normal ass tobacco.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, if you have a ball of that, where you got it just like a shredded ball of tobacco.
I mean, I guess you could chew. I've never chewed tobacco.
Well, no, I'm saying like that's what a Marlboro looks like. It looks like a ball of like
I got
tobacco.
you. Okay, I see.
So that's probably where they got it from. Is like they probably were looking at a ball of tobacco that somebody had, and they're just like, oh,
right.
Let's put a mouth on it and just base out the cigarettes.
Just hit myself with a grenade. I'm trying to find a flashlight.
All right, so 4 are Cazadors. I'm not sure. I guess that's from Fallout.
What's it from?
Fallout New Vegas. They're another flying enemy.
Sheesh.
My sisters and brothers be thankful.
Another flying enemy, Eagles from Far Cry 4.
Okay. So it should have just been a list of the top 10 worst flying enemies. Is what it should have been. And they don't even have the Harpy with the Flea Man on there.
I can tell you, I'll go through...
Unless that's number 1.
No, I was going to say, I'll go through... I'll tell you one of my most annoying ones, but I'll finish this thing and see if it's on here. So 2 is Ghostfish. Those are from Ninja Gaiden. I don't even know what those are. So.
Yeah, I don't know either. I played I played a lot of Ninja Gaiden back in the day, but man, I couldn't even tell you what the fuck is in that game these days.
Cool. The one that I thought was the most annoying is number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Medusa heads. I hate those
Medusa
things.
heads, yeah. And they are flying as well, yeah.
Those things suck.
So yeah, this list is just, the top...
Yeah, top 10 annoying flying
enemies, right.
So I'm pretty sure other lists are going to be similar to that, too.
Okay. Yeah, Medusa heads are.
Yeah, because what sucks is like, let's say you kind of get into the rhythm, because it's I haven't played a lot of Castlevania games, but I've circled the moon.
Right.
One that I've played and beaten a few times, to where you can actually you get passwords to where you input your new data as a certain name. And you can get perks. You can get like all the magic cards in there right away, or
right, yeah,
up health or up magic or something.
Right.
But yeah, Medusa heads in that game in certain levels. Even those swords can be annoying, especially when they. Trying to remember in the chapel, those floating swords.
Yeah.
You get enough of them in one area, they can keep just swiping through you.
Yeah, I can't stand those things.
But yeah, with Medusa heads, is you can get to the point to where you can kind of see their pattern as to like them flying and coming out. But my gosh, if you just like, if you miss time killing another enemy or miss jump or something, you can just pretty much just get repeatedly like hit by them.
Right, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, it's the same with the sword. So I don't remember what the swords are called, but yeah. So I would say Medusa heads and swords are actually a tie for me.
No, that's definitely worthy for sure.
But let's see. I did want to go back to the conversation though about the violence in video games more so, because Resident Evil 4 was probably one of the most violent games that I had played.
Okay.
And I can say it just straight from the get-go is because the first part of that game, I mean, playing through it now, it's not as like adrenaline inducing, but the first time you play through the village it's scary.
That's definitely, see, like that's the thing is I didn't find it so much as scary as just intense.
Yeah,
it was intense.
It was everything for me, because it's like once they add I can't remember what is his name, Dr. Salvador, the chainsaw guy.
Yeah.
So pretty much what clinches it for me is when you get killed by him and you get decapitated. That's probably one of the most violent things that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think I had seen anything in a game like that before. I mean, that game's got a lot of stuff. I mean, you can get let's see here, because I know you can get eaten by El Lago.
Yeah.
And I know I told you that I was an asshole and tried shooting fish off the pier just because I could, and I got
you get an achievement or / trophy if you do that, though. I think you do.
But I discovered that on my own, and I remember I was playing that game like, I don't know, at like 1 or 2 in the morning. That happened, and that was pretty much okay. I'm going to sleep. Like that was just like the end of me playing that.
Right.
Let's see, but no, shooting heads off for the Las Plagas to come out once you get to nighttime.
Yeah, which I really do like that the game takes its time to get to nighttime. What do you do? You go through like 1 or 2 chapters before that? Before nighttime really truly
pretty
hits?
much what happens is when you beat El Lago, that's when the Las Plagas in him are starting to like awaken, like you feel sick, and then
and then he passes out, and then he wakes up, and it's nighttime, right?
Because that's time passing. But yeah, I want to say you go through like a chapter or 2.
I know it's a generous amount of time. Most certainly is.
And then let's see here. I can't remember, but I know El Gigante. I've gotten killed by him to where he's either punched me or squished me or something.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think we've all died by El Gigante at some point in time. Really cool enemy, though.
Let's see. Or he can squeeze you, right?
Yeah, he can squeeze you to death. He can stomp you. He can fucking... well, I think that's pretty much it, right? There's really not much more that he can do besides that. Oh, God.
Yeah, I want to say, because I know I've been squished. Damn it, what the hell is the name of the Chief Mendoza?
Chief Mendez.
Damn it, that's close.
Close. You put too much on it.
Yeah. His fight is well, let's see here. I mean, it's weird, like it's violent, but it's more so like how he morphs. I don't know what you call that. Like, it's not necessarily it's stuff you're doing to him, but it's like him becoming something else.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like that was... There
was this really funny time when I was playing it with when I was playing the game with Dave, or watching my buddy Dave play it, and I was there with another friend who is also another Resident Evil 4 veteran. I was already at that point in time a veteran at the game, like big time. You know, I played it on professional. I kicked the shit out of the game. I basically mastered it at this point already, and this was a long time ago. Well, Dave, he didn't really play it as much as we did, you know. So what ended up happening was Dave ended up playing this game, and he got introduced to the nighttime plagas, which we were just talking about. And he's doing his thing. He's doing the right thing and everything like that. And there was one where he kind of stalled on his shot. It wasn't a nighttime plagas yet, but he was just kind of stalling on his shot. And my other buddy said, well, why did you wait to shoot him in the head? And I just straight up said, well, because he was waiting for it to manifest. He thought it would manifest. He thought that, like, every single one of them would manifest into this thing.
Gotcha.
Because that's how bad the threat was.
Yeah.
In his mind, like, are all these motherfuckers going to be like this? You know?
I know, you got to be careful where you shoot.
Right, and I just thought that was so fucking funny, man, that, like, this dude just fucking, that's how careful he was. That's how scared his ass was. Like, oh, shit, I got to be careful. I got to be careful, too. I got to try to not die here. I'm trying to get secrets.
Oh, gotcha.
But, yeah, man. Do you remember when you first got RE4, when your RE4 cherry was popped?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I remember getting...
Sure.
Well, I remember getting it from GameStop. I got it with the Player's Guide.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And the Player's Guide's nice. I remember...
Right.
But, I mean, back then, though, I would try my best to not look at that thing unless I legitimately...
Right, yeah.
And then when I beat the game, then I'd look at it and be just like, oh, crap, like, I didn't know about that, I didn't know about this. I remember doing pretty well. I actually found a good chunk of the treasures on my own.
Did you ever go out of your way to buy the treasure map that you can get from, what are you buying?
I probably did, yeah.
Okay.
I know that when I played the game the first time, I heavily favored, like, the shotgun. When I do play that game thoroughly, though, I tend to actually favor the sniper rifle, because that thing can get you out of a lot of
it's a great weapon.
A lot of stuff beforehand, sure. Especially when you get to the castle.
At the beginning of the castle, it's almost mandatory.
Yeah. So I know that normally that would...
I don't get the sniper rifle until I get that one. Then that's when I don't even bother.
That's true.
Yet.
I don't even... Yeah, I was going to say, like... well, let's see here. I think the last time I played it, though, I did invest some money into the first sniper rifle that you get for the part when you first... Yeah, meet, like, what are you buying guy? Uh-huh. Like, where it's that open... I don't even know what the hell you'd call it, but it's like that. I know the wooden cabin, we got a few people in there, but it's all the bridges and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's that area. Because it does help out when you're more so if you're playing on professional. When you're playing on normal, you can pretty much just shoot one of them and set them all off so that they all line up near you, near the gate, and then you can pretty much shotgun them, or you can grenade them. And kill a majority of them.
Right.
But on professional, I know it's a lot harder.
Well, I mean, of course it is. It's professional mode.
Yeah, because they're more aggressive. They move quicker. So it's like if you set up a grenade, you're not. If they were not as aggressive, you'd be able to hit more of them. I'm trying to remember the other weapons in there. Because I know you can get the Magnum, but I'm trying to remember what's the name of the other one? Is it like the butterfly, or is that the
broken butterfly? Yeah. I just got incinerated. Yeah, you can find the broken butterfly during or after that whole Salazar maze sequence. You can get that. Because I'm pretty sure you can buy it too, but if you just wait, you can just find the fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the next available Magnum doesn't come for a while, and that's the Killer 7, which is the Magnum that comes with a clip.
Gotcha.
Which is also named after the Capcom 5, one of the Capcom 5 games for the GameCube, which was Killer 7.
Mm-hmm. I am familiar with that one, but I never got it, though.
It had a very unique...
You're pretty much playing as one person, and he has, like, 7 personalities.
Right, yeah.
But, like, all the personalities have, like a different look to them. Like, I think they're all in his head.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I forget exactly how it works when it comes to that. I fucking died and it did an autosave for me. Shit. I don't know. Can I just save on my own? No, I can't. Wow. So you can't even save on... Well, I will give that point to Doom 3. You can just save anywhere. And I like that, and I'm sure that you can save anywhere on the PC version of this game as well.
Well, does this have an autosave thing for every...
Yes, it does, but I'm pushed back so far right now.
Well, I was going to say autosave...
Well, not too far, but far fucking enough to the point where it's a little aggravating.
And each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on? To take on new challenges?
It's not horrendous by any means. It's just kind of shitty as well. Because it's like literally I go through here and I'm at the fight again, but I don't like that. Man, that dude aced me. Now see, this guy here, he was at the beginning, or not the beginning, he was near the front of the stage when I hit him up last time. These motherfuckers are shooting off shit pretty fucking hardcore right now. Oof. That hurt, but it hurt them more, thankfully enough. Shit. Yeah, I guess I just kind of got to get back in the flow of it, you know? Because I don't suck this fucking hard, I swear I don't. I'm a fraud.
No, I've seen you. You are definitely above. You're just I was gonna say it's probably because like you're not as you don't necessarily have to concentrate, but like
no, I'm
not distracted.
No,
but,
I'm definitely a bit rusty though, for sure.
Well, it's just good practice before the new one. When does the new one come out?
There's no date yet.
It's just next year.
I mean, everyone's speculating that, yeah, it's going to be 2019. I don't know if they said if it would be 2019 or not. But, I mean, it just looks like the type of game that's going to pretty much shit on the predecessor. Pretty much when the game comes out, this game's going to be so fucking irrelevant. At that point, you know, you might as well just uninstall it and never fucking look back, you know, at that point. At least those are the vibes that I'm getting. I don't know if that's how it's really going to be, but yeah, there seems to be some pretty cool things. Like, you're going to get this blade, you're going to fucking get this hook shot type thing that'll allow you to traverse the map a lot more freely.
You know what they should do? They should go back to what they originally did, and they should give you a chapter for free with 5 stages, and then buy the rest of them.
Just go back to shareware.
They should.
And people complain about DLC now. I mean, that's technically the most infancy stage of DLC when you think about it. But they let you know though, like, hey, this is the full game. We're giving. Because what they ended up doing was pretty much the opposite. They gave you that first part of the game for free.
They gave you a taste.
They gave you not just a nice fucking taste. We're talking
so they
fucking
gave you a
like
meal.
Yeah, they gave you a meal, not just a fucking meal, man. They gave you like 8 fucking levels of goodness, and we're like, okay, you want more? Well, now you gotta buy it, motherfucker, you know, and that's it. And of course, that's what people did. And then the modding community happened, and the rest was history. You know, there's a million fucking Doom clones out at that point, and it was just, this game made history. You know, it made history. Like, yeah, you can sit there and say, well, Wolfenstein was before Doom, and then you can say that their other one, Hover Tank, was before that. But the ones that made it stick were Wolfenstein.
Yellow security rooms.
Once Doom came out, Wolfenstein didn't even need to exist anymore. It should have just been, like, fucking erased from existence, you know? I don't know. At least that's the way I feel about it. Now we're in another arena area where we're going to have to... This is pretty much the main story of the game. We're going to have to go into these arena-type areas and take out a shit ton of enemies, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. And a Doom 2016 stream in almost the year 2018, and you don't know how the mechanics work, that's fine, that's okay, but, you know, yeah. You should definitely just be playing it at this point, I feel. Especially because Doom Eternal is going to be out soon, I hope. I hope. Yeah, I keep forgetting about my fucking grenade. My damn grenade button. Just to say grenade button in a Doom game just feels so weird. But I mean, I like it. It's a good addition. I like that they allocated certain buttons to certain weapons. Alright, here we go. Oh god. That probably hurt. I'm not even trying to look at my health. You really don't have time to look at such trivial details. Anyways. I'm trying to hit him. Fuck. Alright, there we go. I'm out of shotgun ammo. Oh, I see some though. Alright, that dude fucked me up. So right there, that's probably going to be it. I almost ran into that. Wait, I see health. Not a lot of health, but some. Alright, got a little more. I might survive this. Man, that dude just wanted to fucking straight up deck my ass. There we go. I think we got it. This game's a satire, pretty much, of Doom. Mm-hmm. You know, because of how ridiculous the scenario is and everything. And I like that. I like that they just kind of ran with it like that, you know. They were like, fucking... Yeah, it's goofy, you know, but it's a game, and it's a game that people like. So let's just fucking have some fun with it and...
Get the gameplay right.
Right, and make the player feel like a total badass throughout the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And that, you know, that's how I feel, you know, apart from when I'm fucking dying.
Oh, like you said, you're rusty. I've seen you do this game well. Aw. Hi, Growler.
He's like...
He's making his way over. Would you like to say hi?
He doesn't know what to think right now. He's just here and wondering why the hell both the TVs aren't on.
Oh, he's gonna sit on your armchair.
I can get him to talk. I gotta call him a certain name so don't make fun of me. Baby! Oh. Perfect. That was perfect.
It's like in Street Fighter. Perfect.
Hey, he straight up even meowed right into the mic.
It's because he knew.
think I can save that. Because you can get a better weapon. I'm going to save that. And hopefully not forget it. Alright, I know a list you can bring up. Bring up a list that has the top video game weapons.
Okay. I mean, BFG is going to be number 1.
Well, it could be. You know, I don't know. It all depends because different types of games are going to be on the list, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure...
Infinite Rocket Launcher.
The, what is it? Simon Belmont's whip, or just the whip from Castlevania altogether should be on there. Obviously, the BFG should be on there. I'm trying to think of something like, has anything come to mind for you that should be on there? Well, you did say the rocket launcher. Was the Resident Evil rocket launcher? I assume is what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I was gonna say, what is it? You want most powerful video game weapons, or just?
I don't know the best, but I mean,
I was
whatever.
there's an interesting list that popped up. That's top 10 arsenals. That's in the types of weapons within a game.
I mean, okay, I guess.
Let's see here. Okay.
What you got?
Number 10 is the Worm series. Like all the weapons that you.
Oh,
have
in
there.
Worms, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, those
well,
are
let me.
fun.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Let's talk about this a little bit. Obviously, Worms is a classic. Mm-hmm. Good game. I know that fucking the sheep really fucks you up. It's pretty much just like a huge AOE type of weapon that has great range because the sheep can run.
It jumps.
When you unleash them, yeah, they run and they jump, and so it really helps with the map and terrain, which that's what Worms is all about.
It's like randomly generated terrain on certain things. Everything explodes. You know, half the weapons have trajectory.
It also has it also has
and
it also has the basics in there too, like the Shoryuken is in there.
you can kamikaze.
Yeah, you can kamikaze yourself. Yeah, that's definitely a good.
You can injure your worms too, so you gotta be careful.
You definitely gotta take care.
I'm not good at that game. I like playing that game, but I'm not good at it.
Right. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be good at everything.
Let's see here. Number 9's Monster Hunter, which I know that you have for PS4, but you haven't played it yet.
I haven't really played it yet, yeah.
But, I mean, this is number 9 on here.
Well, so. I will tell you this much that I have learned from Monster Hunter. You start off, you can get, you can choose from a shit ton of different weapons. There's, 12 different weapon types you can choose from.
Oh, that's nice.
I think going from gun to fucking katanas and spears and all sorts of crazy shit like that, and you get it all right off the bat. There's no unlock. It's just pretty much asking you, what do you like playing with? What do you want to kill with? In other words, So I like that. I think that's actually really cool that Capcom did that. I like Capcom. A lot of people sit there and say that, oh, Capcom's the devil and this and that. But I think Capcom does a good job listening to their fans, and I think that a lot of the fans really, really need to chill the fuck out, All right, what else we got?
Number 8 is Duke Nukem.
Ooh.
So all the weapons that are in those games.
Okay. Well, let me think here.
Shoot boot.
Yeah, well, you got Duke's Mighty Foot, for one, which is nice when you're coinciding it with, close range with the pistol or the shotgun. Usually going to do in earlier levels. When you're playing later episodes, it's pretty much useless, the Mighty Foot. Mm-hmm. But I would say that some weapons that definitely do stick out to me, the Devastator is fucking awesome. That's a really, really cool weapon. I know that one's
got the shrink ray.
Yeah, Duke has the shrink ray. It also has the expander, which is the opposite. It makes them big until they blow up.
I do remember seeing that. Okay. Yeah. And then I know that it's also got the pipe bombs I'm used to you just seeing.
Pipe bombs are cool. The Ripper is cool.
I know you don't use Hollow Duke, but that option.
Well,
it's nice.
It's not a weapon though.
But it's something that this is arsenal. That means everything that you have.
In Duke Nukem Forever, there's a lot of things wrong with that game that people talk about. But one thing that they did get right was the Hollow Duke, because they improved on it. Not only do you throw out Hollow Duke, but it actually cloaks you. It makes you invisible, so you're inviso bitch.
Gotcha.
During the whole, spiel.
So yeah, so it is an improvement then on that.
Yeah, it's a definite improvement. It's really, really cool.
Okay, number 7's Metroid series. So
yeah, hell yeah.
I almost feel like that should be higher up, but I don't know what else is on this list though.
Let's see. The wave cannon is really cool, and I don't mean the wave beam. I mean, like, literally the wave cannon. I kind of felt like I was fucking like a Ghostbuster when I was using that fucking thing, man. Like, it looks like the fucking Ghostbuster beam. Mm-hmm. And I'm speaking for Metroid Prime, obviously, when I say this, but yeah, it looks like the Ghostbusters beam, but man, it eats up missiles like a motherfucker, though. But still, really, really cool. Mm-hmm. I guess like another cool one would be not the regular bombs in Morph Ball, but them fucking like them nuke bombs, the ones that can fucking wipe out like anything in like a huge radius.
Uh-huh.
That shit's pretty nice too. I will say that. Other than that, just like the standard shit's cool. The fire beam, the ice beam. I mean that's just fine. All the
power-ups you get from the suit, you can go quicker. You can more.
Right, but I mean like weapon-wise though, I would definitely say that fucking not the wave beam, but the wave cannon or whatever the fuck they call it. Oh my god, that thing's awesome. It just eats through, because you have to use missiles as the ammo, the currency, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in order to get the thing on. And it just every second a missile's going down. So you have better have found a bunch of missile packs in your run in order to make this thing fucking work. And it's one of the optional things you find. It's not something mandatory, and the game's not going to be like, hey, it's over here. You have to find that.
Aren't there areas in that game where you can replenish your missiles?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas. I mean, it's easy to get missiles, but getting the missile expansions is what you're going to need a lot of in order to truly enjoy that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Okay, number 6 is Half-Life series.
I've only played the first one, and I quit.
You mean the second one?
Or was it the second one?
Yeah. You played the second. You played the orange box that I had.
I got stuck somewhere, and then I just stopped playing.
Because I actually beat that game, and then I played episode 2.1, whatever the heck they call it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever finished the other one, but I do remember 2 things about that game, and it's listed on here too. Like you have your crowbar is what you start out with.
Yeah.
That thing is almost like your best friend.
Yeah. It's right here. There's a lot of Half-Life jokes
around that crowbar.
Due to that crowbar, yeah.
And then the other thing was the gravity gun. That thing was fun as hell.
Okay.
That's where
I know it is, because Doom 3 kind of stole it. But then again, you can say a lot of games like that stole a lot from Doom as well. So, you can't really be mad at them. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I know that there's one part in that game that involves you being, I remember if you're like stuck in a town for a night or something, but you're pretty much getting bombarded by a whole bunch of enemies that have those aliens on their heads. kind of just look like turkeys to me.
Yeah, they do look like turkeys. Yes, I agree.
But what you can do, and it's like, I don't know if this is a strategy for that game, but I know I discovered it on my own, and I just kept abusing the hell out of it. But use the gravity gun. There's they would actually have those rotary saw blades in that town.
Yeah.
You pretty much just take the gravity gun, you grab it, and then you just shoot it. You try to line up the enemies in like a line or something as they're coming towards you, and you just shoot it at them, and you can just mow all through them. So I just kept doing that over and over again.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, that gravity gun is fun. So 5 is Halo series. I know that you're probably more familiar with the weapon.
Yeah, the Needler, man, that's a cool ass gun. It's really, really broken in Halo 2. From what I read, I didn't know it was such a broken gun. I always liked it, but yeah, down to the plasma grenades too. They stick on the enemy. I seen that in another little game called Time Splitters. The plasma grenades would fucking stick onto enemies. And I know, because I never seen it before, or after that. And then Halo's like, oh, we could do it too, And I was like, cool. I like that. I like that concept. I'm trying to think of another gun that I like from that series.
Well, Needler is the one that's the purple with spikes and stuff.
Yeah. It's it's an alien gun.
Yeah, I think you told me all the alien weapons in that game are good. Right? Or no? Am I
don't know about that. I really like the pistol, actually. I think that the pistol in Halo is probably the best pistol ever, because there's an option where you can actually kind of there's an option where you can zoom in with the fucking pistol. I don't know if it's in every Halo game, but I do know that it is in some. And yeah, you can zoom in with the fucking pistol. And me and Sean, or my buddy Sean, a gaming buddy of mine, we used to call it pistol copping, where we would take fucking just pistols and fucking zoom in with them and, kick the shit out of enemies. And it was really, really... That game has the best pistol. I'll say that right now. Halo has the best pistol in existence. For sure. Alright, what else we got?
Okay, I've never played any games from this series. I don't know if you have Dead Rising.
I never played Dead Rising. Well, I played 5 minutes of it on Xbox 360, and I don't know. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Sorry to the Dead Rising fans. Nobody's going to even listen to this anyways, but, yeah.
So top 3 now. 3 is Ratchet and Clank. I know that you played those recently.
Yeah.
So, what would you happen to say? I know that you've got a weapon that makes them dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a weapon that you can make them dance. Man, I forget the names of the damn weapons. But there's one where it's just pretty much, I think it plays fucking Stars and Stripes or some shit. It plays some America type theme song. It's a patriotic gun, and it just fucking shoots everything. Fucking missiles, machine gun, explosives all over the fucking place. And when you shoot it, it goes da 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 da. It's basically 4th of July in a fucking gun,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool gun. It's broken as fuck, I'll say that. But I'm trying to think of an actual legit gun.
Well, I know there was one that turned them into sheep, because I saw you use that one.
Yeah. Fuck, man, I'm trying to think of an actual legitimate gun though that that I can think of. Or I don't know. But I really did like that game a lot. Including the 2016 version.
Yeah, you liked it enough to where you played that one first for free.
Yeah, right? I played that. Well, that's what introduced me to the series. Yeah. So then I went back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But apparently, from what I understand, a lot of people don't like the 2016 game.
Okay. So number 2 is Mega Man.
Okay. I can see that, all the powers and shit.
I haven't played enough of it to really know. I just know those games are above me. They're too hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably one of those things where I could get I could get decent at those games. It's my issue is I don't have the patience for it. I just get sad, and then I try to rush through things.
Right.
Because remember how I've had the conversations that you get the mads and I get the sads.
Yeah, the mads and sads. Mm-hmm.
So, and same goes for like games like when I beat Kingdom Hearts, you didn't see me cry, but I cried.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I always cry at that. Like, and what's funny though is it's just like I know it wasn't as an intensive a cry as how it was like before too. Mm-hmm. But man, like I remember bawling like a baby because it was just so sad.
Right.
And then the end of the Kingdom Hearts 2 is like so happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good list to look up, though. Top 10 games that made us cry, or
okay, I'll look that up. But yeah, like it still got me to cry. Not as big as like the first or like other times when I've beaten it, but yeah,
right.
Still, because it's done so well. Music is like so pretty. That I can't remember her name. Yutaru Hikaru or whatever her name is. She's the chick that's done all the songs. Like she's doing the new song for 3.
Right.
Like,
yeah, but is she doing like is she the same person that does the OST, or is she just the one that does like the main song?
She does the main song.
Okay.
She's the main song.
Then I don't really care about her then. So I got to give credit to the person that like does like the actual music.
Yeah, I don't know who does the actual music. Let's see here. So here are honorable mentions for them. So Splatoon's on here. Never played the game. I mean, it looks fun. Mm-hmm. I like the concept of it pretty much being instead of I mean, it's a shooter, but it's more so you're painting the maps to the majority. The goal is to have the majority of the map painted to your team's color.
Right.
So I mean that's cool. That's a nice concept. And I know those games are popular. I mean even the second Splatoon sold a good chunk of Switch consoles.
Right.
For them,
Yeah.
So I mean, good for them.
They did something that works. Good for them. It's not for everybody. You know, some people don't want to play Call of Duty Black Ops. They want to fucking play something a little more friendly.
Yeah.
And
kid friendly.
And another thing too that I can say, even coming off of a Nintendo community with a Call of Duty game. A little game called Black Ops 2, which is definitely my favorite multiplayer shooter, I would say. Mm-hmm. And I mean that, like, of all time, including even beating out Battlefields and shit. I can say that community, there are very, very few... There's always going to be toxic people.
Yeah.
But there are very, very few toxic people within that community. Obviously, it's a much smaller community, though, but that's one of the nice things about having a small community.
Yeah.
Is that people know, like, everybody knows everyone, and that is something very nice.
It's the same mentality as, like, having a small town. Everybody knows everyone.
Right, right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Another one was Mario Kart series.
Okay.
Which if you think about it, like, like, the weapons in there... ranging anywhere between just like
I can see that.
To like.
I think it's kind of stretching a bit, with the whole weapon thing. I don't know. I mean, at least that's not what I was getting when I was thinking of this list. Mm-hmm. Was a fucking racing game, because then you can easily put Jack X Combat Racing in there too. But okay, fair enough. Blue Shell, whatever. Gotcha.
Perfect Dark is on here. I never
played it. I played GoldenEye. I never played that.
That's isn't that their game that they did outside of GoldenEye? Isn't that also Rare?
That's pretty much the spiritual successor to GoldenEye.
Gotcha. Okay. Legend of Zelda series is on here.
Okay, I mean there were a lot of fun type of things that you could use.
I mean,
I never really lauded Legend of Zelda as like, oh man, the weapons are so great in it, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I like the hook shot. The variety and everything's nice and all that. But I never just thought, man, these are fucking some of the greatest weapons ever. Mm-hmm. Like I never really looked at it that way. So I think they're kind of reaching there too.
Okay, and then they also said Saints Row series.
Yeah, there's a lot of goofy ass weapons and a bunch of stupid shit in there. That definitely has its place on the honorable mentions. You said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So number 1, they said it's Fallout series.
Oh, Fallout?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to disagree, only because Well, then again, I don't know. I've only played Fallout 4, so I know I'll get some shit for that if this channel ever gains traction. But I don't know. I mean, it's all right. You know, I'll tell you this right now. Whenever I played the game, I didn't bust a nut thinking, oh my god, this is like fucking the greatest thing ever, you know, when it comes to weapons. I honestly didn't think that. Like, the weapons are cool. You know, there's like an energy Gatling gun, nice sniper rifles, you know, you put a lot of shit together yourself. I like that, but I didn't fucking sit there and think like, oh man, it's fucking, you know, so great. Mm-hmm. Not at all.
Alright, let's see here. So I'm looking up a list of kind of like the top 10 sad.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? We'll start up a separate stream.
Okay.
And then we'll tackle that. Is what I'm thinking. Because this one's already almost an hour and a half long, as it is. So we'll do that. And oh my god, don't kill me. Man, that guy just like fucking ran into the room. I'm trying to remember how the fuck... Sheesh. This guy just doesn't want to stop shooting. And I mean, well, he shouldn't, you know. The name of the game is to fucking kill me.
This gun makes me want to drink water.
Oh, the plasma rifle?
Yeah.
It is quite a refreshing looking weapon, I will say that. Oh god.
Like, I feel like he...
Oh wow, I didn't even know they were there.
I was gonna say, I feel like PG should, like, sponsor that gun.
Like
the kill animation for that?
For him,
he, like, grabbed, like, pieces from your neck and, like...
Yeah, he just bit in. He just bit right in. Alright, well that's fine. We'll just cut it here for now. So, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we will be back.
Thank you.